Which page?
331.
All right, logarithm. Have we done logs before?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So we're starting at problem 26, and it's from 26 to 30 even.
Okay. 26 asks us to condense it. Means when we're done, we're going to have a single log expression.
Right.
What's the first thing you do?
So it's
Take
two.
leading coefficients. That is a leading coefficient that can be put right there. When you are condensing, you want to go in the exact opposite order that you do when you are expanding. That's the third step when you're expanding. But when you're condensing, that's the first step. Okay, so now that's the problem. Now how do you condense it into a single log expression?
So log of 11x squared.
Yeah. That's why you get rid of the leading coefficients and make them exponents right away. Is because then is all you have to do is multiply that by that.
Right.
All right. 28.
So
You don't have to do these in one step. Let's do it in two steps. What's the first step?
ln of 2 to the 6th minus ln of y to the 4th.
Now do the second step.
So ln of let's see, hold on.
That's 64.
Oh, it's 64. Okay.
That's what 2 to the 6th is, okay? What goes in
Yep.
the denominator?
Y to the 4th.
That's it. Pretty easy. Same three rules are always the three rules you want to use. So here, just because it's longer, more complicated, is just as easy.
Right.
The first step?
So it's log to the 4 or of 4.
The first step is to take this 2, make it an exponent.
Right.
It's the only lead, so we'll do that right away like that. Now you're ready to convert the whole thing into a single log expression without any intermediate steps.
Okay. So it's log. Yeah, and then so it's
3. You can only do this if it's the same base.
right.
If that one was base 3 and the other was base 5, you couldn't apply any of these rules.
Right. So
It's 3 additions.
so 4 and 1/2 squared.
For everything has got to be multiplied. In other words, what we're doing is we're taking the 3 arguments that were being added and we're now multiplying them. That's how you condense it. So it's 4 times 1/2 squared times x. And now you can simplify that argument a little bit. Simplify the argument. What do you get?
Log base 3 of 8x.
What's 1/2 squared? 1/2 times 1/2.
0.25. So
1/4.
Yeah.
In other words, what you do is you multiply numerators, you multiply denominators. You're not adding. You're multiplying. So it's 1/4 times 4, which is
1,
times x.
which is just x.
There's the answer. All right, what else?
31 and 32.
Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. See it a little better, I think. Well, the easiest thing to do here is let's take this and see what it turns into, and then we'll see if anything matches. Okay, so let's separate it. In other words, the log base 5 of y to the 4th over 3x. Now we're going to apply the order of those rules opposite. We're not going to do the exponent until last. So
Okay.
separate that into 2 log expressions for the moment.
So
First of all, you got division going on in the argument. So what are these 2 log expressions going to be separated by?
Plus y to the 4th.
Minus. When you have division, it becomes subtraction. When you have multiplication, it becomes addition. That last problem, we had 3 things that were all being added. So therefore, each of those 3 things was being multiplied in the new argument.
Okay.
So this is log of y to the 4th. That's the numerator.
Minus log base 5 of 3x.
Okay, now there's one more step. To fully expand it, I can move that.
Right. So it's 4 log base 5 y minus log base 5 of 3x.
Yeah, you got it.
So it's a.
Actually, we could tell it was A based on one thing and one thing only, if this was a speed test. And the one thing was, we've only got 2 things here. We got a numerator and a denominator. So there can only be 2 things in the answer. And A is the only thing that has only 2 things.
Right.
Hold on a second. My drawing tablet seems to have gone out. Let me try unplugging and plugging. I got my cursor back, but no ink. I hope I don't have to reboot everything, but might just be the fact my computer's running slow. I don't know. Could easily screw things up. Nah, shoot. Let me think here. Can you give me 3 minutes to reboot and I will send you a new meeting ID number?
Yep.
Unfortunately, you're going to need a new one, so
Yep.
I will send it to you momentarily. And we'll
Okay.
continue on.